Hey everyone, it's Nixie, and we're going into Dead by Daylight. It's been a couple days since I found out my dog's cancer diagnosis. If you haven't seen the video, I totally understand why. But it was posted yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before, during the nighttime. So that would have been August 23rd. She's okay, I guess. Okay is the best word I could put it. Damage a generator or destroy a drop pallet 2 times. I could do that. And I gotta do it all in one trial. I could do that. Don't care if she's gross, disgusting, and missing a toe. I feel like I would have loved and worshipped her when I was younger. Even if that meant getting the plague too. Or if I was in her timeline or anything.
Meafahum Dingir Okura.
Apparently she died in the Red Forest, where the Huntress is, just a different timeline. I'm not gonna have a Mori just because I'm not out to like murder anyone. For now, I just want to get that tome. I don't care if anybody really lives or not. Watch, I say that and then I'll be so frustrated when people taunt me and everything. Sorry, I was at the gas station and I bought these mini soft baked cookies, the Funfetti Pillsbury flavor. So good. Ooh, excuse me. I'm literally in the smallest map. Okay, that's fine. There you go, handsome. Just one more generator. You know you're just pissing me off now, right? Alright, that's fine. Learn not to talking. Hi. Sorry, but I got infect. Hi. There's a little bomb down there. much, y'all. That's what you get. Budget. Injustice. We only have one more left. Aw, you think I'm letting you go? Cute. You ain't getting out that easily. He abandoned you. You could die with the sickness. Only Billy Boy got away. That wasn't bad. For that, knock down 2 survivors. Complete this in single challenge. Okay, I can do that. Hold on, what's the photo? Yes, this one. Okay.
Her father sits across from her, eating his dinner in silence. Rin glances up at him occasionally, careful to avoid being accused of staring. Something is different
Oh, I am so sorry.
with him. He's never been particularly talkative afterward, but something seems to hang over him now. He jabs at his meal aggressively, mutters to himself, as if responding to someone. Her mother acts as if nothing is wrong, asks Rin how her day was. Yeah, it was good. She moves a piece of meat from one side of her plate to the other. A lie. But the last thing her mother needs is another thing to worry about. She hasn't been herself lately either. She struggles to wake up, and Rin has heard her crying a few times. After eating, she clears her dishes and sits back down to complete her homework. Have you practiced today? His voice makes her wince. Each syllable is staccato sharp. I will after this. For a moment, his face contorts into one of rage, but he represses it almost immediately. But seeing to it that you do.
Oi. Abuse, abuse, abuse. Honestly, this was one of my better games. I don't have many of them. There's a Laura, a Claudette, a Nia, and a Jonah. Increases duration of corrupt purge by 10 seconds. I absolutely love her. Like, you could tell she was beautiful once once long ago. I love this. I technically get 2 forms of attack. Just like with Trapper. Like with Trapper, you have the normal machete, and then you get the traps to help trap. With her, you get the vile projectile, which, yes, is gross, but it can infect anyone and a lot of things. Oh great, I'm on one of the bigger maps. Hi, handsome. That's it. Run with the sickness. He knows how to avoid me. So, I know what I'm doing. Which reminds me, since I'm here, Get your butt back over here. Oh, baby. Oh, you think I didn't see you? I don't mean to tunnel. He's purposely trying to play decoy. Hi. How are you? Yes, I'm puppy guarding. And that's why. They're going out the other way. Alright. I did my toll. I'm good. Oh, no, 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 no. You think I'm gonna leave you be? Bye, my dear. Toodaloo. You thought I was gonna let you live. How cute. Not bad. I could have done better, but I will admit, the one that was a decoy, great job. Started chase with 2 different survivors. Alright.
Rin sits on the wooden floor. The walls around her shift and warp. Rain falls on her head despite the ceiling above. A crash, like thunder or a car wreck, rings out from behind her. She whips her head around. There's now a door where there was once a wall, and standing in the door frame, a figure with a sword. Rin leaps to her feet and begins to run. The ground turns from smooth wood to slick poured concrete, and every step takes all her focus to avoid slipping. She hears a faint hissing above the sound of her footfalls. She glances over her shoulder. The figure is gaining on her. A gnarled root cracking through the concrete catches her toe, and Rin tumbles to the ground. Pain crackles through her elbows, her knees. She tries to crawl away, but a hand grabs her ankle, pulls her. She rolls to her back, throws up her hands in a feeble attempt to defend herself, looks up. Her father. It's definitely him, but it isn't. His face is twisted, contorted into a foul grin. He takes the sword and holds it up, just as she learned in her classes, preparing to deliver a killing blow. The hissing is overwhelming now. His mouth is moving, but she cannot hear words, only hissing. From the darkness behind him, she sees a great white form moving with terrifying speed. She tries to point to warn him. He just grins, sword over his head. It comes into view, and her arms fall. A snake. She tries to scream, but no sound comes out. She watches as the snake swallows her father whole, sword and all. Rin gasps her air as she awakens.
If I remember, Rin Yamaoka is the spirit. Cool. I got his shorts. Alright. Hold on. Yeah, Yamaoka. And if I remember, yeah, he's a Yamaoka as well. They're descendants. She is his descendant. If I remember. Rin, yeah, Rin was the only child of the Yamaoka family. Yep, Rin Yamaoka. And she sees everyone. She sees everyone as her father. Okay. I'm not even worried about this. The twins, like, oh god, this thing is just, ugh.
I will not be denied my happiness.
Ugh. Ugh. Whatever this thing is, it is demented. Olivia's master's thesis was on urban legends and their origins. She believed they shared similarities with traditional folklore and picked one to illustrate her point. The unknown was believed to be a mysterious evil so heinous that investigating it almost immediately invited death. At least that was how the story went. And there were many stories. One story was of a woman in Greenville who disappeared with a trace on stage in front of a room full of witnesses. Her friend disappeared weeks later trying to investigate what happened. Michaela and Sable. The police were stumped, they had no clues or leads, and that mystery created the perfect storm for amplifying and spreading an urban legend. Instead of going back home for spring break, Olivia headed to Greenville to investigate. She drove to the second cheapest motel in town and began to set up in a small room that smelled of cigarette smoke, mold, and booze. The booze I wouldn't mind. The mold smell is what would do me in, and smoke, ugh, cigarette smoke, I hate it. She turned one wall into a kind of evidence board. She taped up articles of various theories on similar disappearances attributed to the unknown. In other countries, she made connections with red string and yellow thumbtacks. Anyone walking into the motel room would think she had lost her mind. There were many theories as to the unknown's origins. Some said it was a malevolent entity conjured long ago by an ancient cult. Others believe it to be an alien that escaped from Area 51. Legend was it thrived in darkness and stole the voices of those it consumed so as to lure others to their doom. I mean, it would explain what has multiple voices. Oh. This thing looks like a mix of a deformed chicken with sausage stuffings and twistiness. Ugh. The first newspaper articles Olivia found referenced a disappearance at a seance held in the 1800s. In the late 1950s, several college students mysteriously disappeared from a movie theater. Witnesses saw them go inside. Some remembered seeing them in their seats. But when the lights came up, they were gone. No one saw them leave. No trace of them was ever found. A projectionist claimed to have heard voices in the empty darkness of the theater later that night, but when he turned on the lights, no one was there. Then in the 1960s, a group of teens disappeared while exploring an abandoned hospital believed to be haunted. There you are. Sorry, I wanted to check on my dog and she moved behind me. She was by my feet. Stories and speculations arose to explain these mystifying disappearances. Some talked about a top-secret government research program run by the Office of Strategic Services in the 1950s. Project Apple Pie. That is a weird project name. Unless you're making apple pie. Mind control experiments using hallucinogenic drugs. Most of the records were destroyed in the 70s, but witnesses claim that experiments were performed on unsuspecting civilians in various settings and locations throughout the country, including movie theaters, hospitals, and universities. Why am I not surprised about this? Like, this is typical, like, horror 101 and government trying to hide and cover up stuff. Many believe these unethical experiments opened doorways to other dimensions, which allowed evil things to enter the world. You know, that would not surprise me. Olivia wrote observations to pin to her evidence board. The unknown dwells in darkness and can mimic its victims. Was it an evil entity, an extraterrestrial, a failed government experiment, or just a garden variety serial killer allergic to publicity? Yeah, I don't really think the second one, but with the way this thing is, yeah. Oh, the smile is so creepy too. Ugh. Oh god, this thing is so janky. Ugh. Okay. She wanted to prove the unknown was nothing more than modern-day folklore. Good luck with that. And that investigation led her to this night, to this place, to this shabby motel room. Okay, so apparently me reading is not a good idea. I'll be right back, y'all. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so I'm keeping an eye out on the window, but I'm trying to get my dog to do a number 2 because she hasn't in a while. And one of the things you do when they're constipated is give them pumpkin pie filling. And I have been. She has to because her stomach is bloating pretty bad. I'm just hoping she'll be okay. Okay. Right, here's where I left off. Yet she couldn't help but notice that the disappearances in Greenville included one detail the other stories didn't: the fog. And she half remembered another urban legend with a thick, unnatural fog that somehow made people disappear. Maybe, she mused, the Greenville disappearances didn't relate to the unknown, but some other darkness. For a moment, Olivia wondered what would happen if one urban legend encountered another. She laughed at the idea and tempted fate by sketching a picture of what she thought the unknown might look like. Then she pinned the sketch right in the middle of her evidence board, laughing nervously, and waited to be consumed by the unknown for having tried to define it. Anxiously, she stared at the windows and front door for seconds that turned into minutes, and minutes that turned into 2 hours. But nothing happened. Now it was 2 a.m., and Olivia was exhausted as she examined the articles and sipped cold coffee. Which, by the way, cold coffee, unless it's an iced coffee, is gross. So when she first heard the whisper, she wondered if she had imagined it. Olivia. It seemed to come from the bathroom. Help. The lights in the room flickered. Who's there? Olivia stared with wide eyes at the closet door of the bathroom. Her mind was playing tricks on her. Or her friends had showed up to prank her. Ariella? Sean? Stop messing around. Which, by the way, I hate the spelling of Sean. I hate it. The lights continued to flicker as she edged closer to the bathroom. Fear spread in long waves through her body, and a terrible realization bloomed within her that the unknown was behind the bathroom door. Was preparing to make her pay for her hubris. Something began to whisper her name again, but then the voice rose, cracked, and distorted in sudden panic, as if the brooding creature behind the door were under attack. An unknown horror filled Olivia's heart and left room for nothing else. She breathed deeply as cold sweat beaded on her forehead. She placed her hand on the doorknob. The lights turned off, but she could still hear the strangely inhuman cries. Then the lights turned back on, and she could see a strange black fog seeping through the bottom of the door. Give me a sec, y'all. I gotta check on my dog. Almost locked my mom out of here. Okay. So the reason why my mom had called me earlier too was she wanted me to watch Snowball while she went to the front mowing the lawn. I thought she was going to be out back watching her, but nope, that wasn't the case. And the only reason why I had a mild attitude is my mom always asked me for the dumbest things while I'm doing something. Like if I make something to eat, or am I starting or finishing a meal, or even in the middle of it, she'll be like, hey, you want to go get something to eat? Oy. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Hesitantly, Olivia creaked the door open to see a bulky shape with frenzied tentacles being pulled into the thick mass of the fog. Vanishing slowly into the darkness like a dying shadow, the shrieking stopped suddenly. Neighbors banged on the wall to turn the TV down, and Olivia stared intently at the black abyss that yawned before her. She wasn't sure what to do. Part of her wanted to run, but the other part wanted to know more. And as she considered what to do next, dozens of voices began to call out to her with promises of the unknown and the impossible, and of unearthly things beyond human experience. So the unknown was created by Olivia's image, or is this Olivia? Or did it consume Olivia? Ugh. I kind of wish there were moments this thing could crawl at you. Ugh. If I ever came face to face with that thing, I'm not even joking, I literally would piss myself. That's how bad this is. Yeah, thank you. Alright, going back to her. My priestess. Anyway, I think I've played for long enough. Yeah, this video's over an hour, and I didn't mean for it to be over an hour. Alright. So, I'll play again next time, y'all. Love you guys, and I'll keep you I'll keep you updated on the pooch. I will be making maybe one more video today. So, chat with y'all later. Bye.